All right, boys, we're starting off with the calf raise today. We're gonna try to max the stack, maybe gym pin it. We'll start off with 390 and see how it feels. My feet are really slippery though, because it just rained outside, so. Oh no, that's definitely 10 millimeter. That moved pretty decent. We're gonna do one more set. That actually was really nice. I hung out in the stretch for a while, which is what you're really supposed to do with calf raises. So, one more good quality set. PR, let's go. All right, boys. Full stack, single leg. Comment below if you think I'll be able to do this, let alone with decent form. I'm setting the stretch all the way, so we're gonna get a good stretch for sure. I've done 240. Actually, no, I have done 250 before. This is gonna be 260. So we'll see if I'm able to do it. It's definitely a little too heavy, but it still felt good. I think I'll back down next week. Try to go for like 250 or 245 or something like that. Try to rep it cleanly for like 5 reps. Try not to get any momentum out of the bottom. Full pause, full stop, and that should be a lot better. But either way, that's the first time I've ever even attempted a max stack with one leg, so that was pretty good. All right, we're stopping there. I was definitely shy of failure on the right leg because I'm not trying to make my imbalance worse. But with that said, form on the left was pretty good. Full dead stop at the bottom, 0 momentum. I'm proud of that. 230 pounds, moved pretty decent. On to the hamstring curl. All right, on hamstring curls, first off, if you want to actually find a good hamstring curl, just get any seated hamstring curl. They're going to be pretty good for the most part. They're going to have high stability because you're locked into the seat. Also, you're operating in the lengthened position. You're getting a pretty good stretch, right? And hamstrings respond really well to stretch.
They probably, hopefully they never have either.
Yeah, what's up? Dude, this is unbelievable. All right, if my brother can do that while he's talking on the phone, I could definitely do this hopefully for a nice and easy warm-up. Or maybe he's just really good. I said RDLs, but I'm probably going to try to make it a stiff leg deadlift, just for the sake of the fact that I do need some more hamstrings. So, anyway. All right, boys. I got the lean anthem going. Got some posing music in my freaking mind and my headphones, I guess. Let's get to some posing.
All right, boys. Let's talk about how to stay motivated during the cut, how to motivate yourself to get lean in the first place. If you're skinny fat, if you're really fat, if you're just a little chubby, I do not care. People have been saying lean is law lately. And while I agree with that to an extent, I think that's kind of dumb because a lot of times people use it as a justification to be skinny. And they say, well, too much muscle is actually kind of bad. And that's a look that we want to avoid, right? But I think that's kind of dumb for a number of reasons. Obviously, you can tell by looking at me. I think that that's really stupid. I'm trying to get as big as possible, okay? I'm trying to become like a bulbous tank. So whenever I hear kids saying, oh, brother, you need to focus on your facial aesthetics. Don't get me wrong. It's good to have a handsome face. It's good to have a lean face. But if you are a beginner or even like an intermediate, right, and you're still putting on your first 20 to 25 pounds of muscle or so, you need to bulk to an extent. You don't need the dirty bulk. You don't need the turbo bulk. I don't believe that you should be gaining more than 20 pounds a year as a beginner because you can only really gain 20 pounds of muscle in your first year anyway, depending on how much muscle is already on your frame. So if you exceed that, you're just going to be putting on fat, right? So you're going to be realistically putting on like a very slow bulk, like a pound and a little extra per month. So not a whole lot, right? And that's as a beginner. So if you're intermediate, advanced, whatever, and you're well into it, you don't need to be bulking, man. You need to probably be cutting. And, the facial aesthetic thing, if you're trying to get down to like 6% body fat year-round, you're not going to make gains. You probably have to be around 8 to 12% minimum. 8 minimum, and then, ideally 12% maximum. Is that really going to happen? No. You're probably going to be floating around 15%, so 8 to 15 range, right? Because in life, your weight fluctuates. But let's get to the motivation part, okay? In order to be motivated to get lean in a healthy, sustainable way that's good for muscle growth, you need to actually think, okay, how much better would I look? Just sit there and think for a minute. How much better would I look if I was leaner? And that's going to motivate you quite a bit, right? And then look at other people who are lean. Look at people like David Lade or Lex Little, and a lot of these guys, they're on or whatever. And I'm not even sure if Lex Little is or who's natural, who's not. That's not the point of this video. But look at people who look cool, right? Look at people who have a lean and aesthetic physique, something worth striving towards. Listen to music that makes you want to get leaner. Listen to stuff that makes you want to pose and look cool. And you're going to be more motivated, right? And some people might say, oh, well, that's cringy. I hate to tell people this, but when you get more into lifting, dude, some of the stuff you listen to is super cringy, but it motivates you, right? A lot of times you'll listen to dudes screaming in your ear, like freaking Larry Wheels or whatever, or you'll be listening to an anime edit or something ridiculous. I don't watch anime personally, but, maybe I should, I don't know. But either way, you get my point. Some stuff motivates you that isn't exactly cool to normal people, right? But you're not normal. If you're in this to get lean and to look cool and to be huge, you're not normal. So my biggest tip would be to do things to motivate yourself like that and think about how cool it would be. Take actionable steps towards that. And if you lose, your first 8-10 pounds and you see that number on the scale go down, that's going to motivate you and get you in the right mindset to actually want to keep pushing. Seeing the number go down is going to give you a dopamine rush. And then once you actually start to look different and you're going to hold on to less water, you're going to have a leaner appearance, then you're really going to start to go, oh my gosh. And then you'll get like low-key addicted to wanting to get leaner, right? So it's a whole process, right? And eventually you have to stop. You can't just keep cutting forever. And I'm a firm believer in main gaining. So with that said, if you're fat or if you're chubby or if you're, over 15%, you're going to want to try to get down to like 12 to 14% and main gain from there. I'm running out of time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you really liked it, don't be afraid to sub to me. That would really help. And, I'd love to get a following here. I'm working really hard on YouTube lately because I want to make great content for you guys. And I want to make stuff that's entertaining and informative. So if you enjoyed this, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Take care, boys.